Hey y'all, for hey y'all, I'm back again. Um, um, this time on. Let me just get some air. There we go. All right. Um, so, um, this is the first time I've actually I've made like two videos in one day. Um, I have some important stuff to tell you. Um, but first of all, I have this Mickey. I I I have these Mickey ears. I just got these Mickey. I have these Mickey ears right here with the with the sorcerer's hat on. And I also have this shirt. And I also got this shirt that says Musketeers, and it even has a picture of Mickey on it. And yes, I've got my Mickey stuffed animal just because, yeah. Um, so, um, so, I wanted to tell you a little story about my experience with Disneyland. Now, I went on the day, I went, I, I went to Disneyland last year, like on the day after Christmas, and it was packed. I mean, it was packed. I mean, the lines were so bad. You couldn't even see where you're going, and it was like freaking hot. It was like freaking hot as hell, and and there were like little and there were like and there were like little and there were like lots of little kids and everything, and it was pretty bad. Well, not really that bad, but still. So um, let me think. Oh yeah. So there was a couple of things that happened at Disneyland that pissed me that really pissed me off. Um, Number one, well the first thing that the first thing that happened that pissed me off was was okay. So I went to Toontown to go and surprise Mickey, and of course I got the fast pass, and of course we got the fast pass for some of the rides. Thank God, thank God, because otherwise we would have been because otherwise I would have been stuck on the lot because otherwise I would have been stuck at the crap because otherwise I would have been stuck on the crap on the like in the like in the huge long line, and it wouldn't be good. So I go so I arrive at Toontown, and and it's also packed there. I mean, it was like lots of families with little kids who were who were in line to see Mickey, I mean, that was the highlight of my day, was going to see Mickey, and all that fun crap, all that fun stuff. And at first I didn't think it was going to be too packed, but when I got there, it was freaking hell. It was like freaking packed with kids. I mean, there weren't very many. And the only thing I didn't like about Disneyland was there weren't as many characters. Like Peter Pan wasn't there. Like Peter Pan wasn't there. Alice, the Mad Hatter, and the Queen of Hearts weren't there. Oh yes, and the White Rabbit, of course. Um, they weren't there also. Oh, oh yes. Back to my sorry, I'm getting a little carried away with the story. Let me think. What else happened? Oh yeah. So so we sat down to eat pizza. So we were at a restaurant. So we were at like a little stand where you can order pizza and drinks and other food, where you can order pizza and other and hamburgers, or I don't know what it was called, but it was hot. It was hot. It was like 115 degrees, and kids were crying. They were cranky. They were tired, and they were tired. And right when I got into and and then after I got into Mickey's house, like right like right when we right when we were getting close to his movie to his movie to his movie barn, these 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 little kids showed up, and they were being obnoxious. They were climbing all over the stuff, and they were everywhere. They were climbing on top of the on top of the on top of the stuff, and they were jumping up, and they were they kept climbing. They kept taking turns climbing on each stuff, and of course there was no cast member there. There was no cast member there, and the line took too long, and I was getting really and I was getting really I was getting really mad. I was getting really mad. I was annoyed. I was annoyed as hell, and it was a pretty bad experience. Um, Another thing I did not like was the was all was all the kids scream was some of the was some of the was at night. We were like in a whale, and we went like towards a whale. We saw a whale, and when we were standing in line for something, I could hear these kids screaming at the top of their lungs. They were wailing, squealing, shrieking, and it was, I don't know. It must have been close to their bedtime and shit like that. I don't know why the hell. I don't know what the hell they were screaming for, but it was, but it, but, but yes, it was pissing. But yes, it did piss the hell out of me. Ugh. So, for those of you who are wanting to go back to Disneyland, here's some advice: don't go, don't go on, don't go, don't go on the day after Christmas, because the crowd, because it gets worse. There's lots of fit. It gets really bad. It gets really bad. The weather's hot. The weather gets like unconditionally hot, and there's like lots of screaming kids, and there's like lots of screaming kids who are waiting in line, waiting to see Mickey, Donald, Goofy, or their favorite Disney princesses, and they're getting really and they're getting antsy and bored, and yeah. So don't go to Disneyland on the day after Christmas, because when I went there, it was not a good experience. Well, sort of. It sort of was. We were able to get past the line through some of the rides, like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I But besides going to see Mickey, but besides going to see Mickey, but but yeah, but yeah, but yeah, besides, but yeah, but yeah, besides wanting to, but yeah, besides wanting, yeah, besides going to see Mickey, I had a lot of fun, and the cast members were great. Well, the thing I didn't like was we were wait, was, on the last, um, on our last day, when I was, when I was in line to see Mickey, one of the cast members was all like, one of the cast members said said to everyone, once again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are wanting, who are in line to see Mickey, he's going on, he's going on, he'll be back out, he'll be back out in a few minutes. He'll be back out in a few minutes, and well, 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 I don't really know what happened. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I mean, the lines were so. I mean, the lines were bad, and um, the lines were bad, and it was like way too crowded. So here's my message to you guys: if you're if you're planning on taking your little ones, or yourself, or your friends, or your whole family, I would highly, I suggest not going on the day after Christmas, because that's when the lines get because that's when the lines get super bad. It gets it gets too noisy. It gets too noisy. It gets bad, and everyone's, and you can't even see where you're going, because everyone's walking around you, and you're always bumping into people. Oh, and yes, I did. Oh, and yes, people did keep bumping into me, and I could not even see where I was going. It was freaking. It was not good. So, so yeah, that. So yeah, there you go. So there you guys go. That is my Disneyland experience that I've had. Hopefully the next time I come back, it won't be as bad as it was on the day after Christmas. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Oops. Shoot.